Hey guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, I thought we could take a look at some of the systems that we'll be interacting with in Diablo 4. This way, when the time comes, we will have an idea of where to go and what they do, and this will hopefully remove some of that initial friction while learning the game. There are quite a few different systems in this entry to the Diablo franchise. Some they have shown to us, others they have kept quite close to the chest. So in this video, I thought we could talk about the ones we will be interacting with the most in our day-to-day play. And before I begin, I would like to remind everyone once again that you can preload your early access beta now and install it. This way, you will avoid spending a good part of your potential beta playtime waiting on a download. Now, with that said, let's get into it. So the first system that I would like to talk about, and one that I am personally excited about, is the Transmog system. Transmogrification will once again be featured in this game, much like it was in Diablo 3, but with a few little improvements and changes. First, and most important, your wardrobe will be located in every major city right next to your stash. Accessing your wardrobe will allow you to see what you have collected, so that you can then mix and match various armor skins and apply them to your character's gear. In your wardrobe, you will also be able to dye your skins before transmog, giving you even more potential looks. While in the wardrobe, you can also hide the appearance of certain slots, making your character look like it's wearing no gear at all. Then, once you've assembled the perfect look or looks, you can then save them for future use in quick slots. And just so everyone knows, you will be able to purchase appearances and sets from the in-game shop for real money, as well as be rewarded them for seasonal rewards. However, there are also in-game sources from which you will be able to receive them for free. You will receive the appearances of any drop that you salvage, as well as have access to a myriad of appearances that you can purchase from in-game vendors for various currencies. So even if you never spend a dime, you will soon have a large collection to choose from while building your appearance sets. As you can see as showcased in the August developer video, the left appearance is an example of one earned in-game and the right is one purchased in the cash shop. So at least for now it seems fair, but we will see what the future holds. And the next system I would like to look at briefly is the Renown system. Now this system might sound familiar, because it is also a system in World of Warcraft. However, it's quite different in how it works in Diablo 4. Basically, what the Renown system does in Diablo 4 is reward the player for actively exploring the world of Sanctuary, completing various tasks, exploring, doing dungeons, completing side quests. Many of the activities that you do will reward you with Renown, but the rewards are not all weighted equally. Let's have a look. For example, discovering areas rewards 2 Renown. Finding altars of Lilith rewards 5 Renown. Unlocking waypoints rewards 10 Renown. Completing side quests gives 15 Renown. Completing dungeons 20 Renown. And liberating strongholds 50 Renown. Once you have completed a certain amount of these per zone, you will unlock a Renown milestone. When you achieve one of these, you can claim a bonus for your character and other rewards that unlock for your account, which will apply to all your characters you currently have or will make in the future. This is sort of Diablo 4's version of a catch-up, because all of these unlocks you achieve on your main on your first playthrough will make your next character much stronger and go much faster through their leveling experience. And while on the topic of Renown, it's important to talk about the altars of Lilith. Altars of Lilith are hidden in every zone of the open world of Sanctuary. You will usually find these down dead ends, hidden behind rocks, in nooks and crannies, basically out of the way and off your normal story path. Finding an altar will permanently increase a specific stat for all your characters on your account, as well as provide you with Renown points, making reaching your milestones easier. This will be very important because finding these will make your alts much more powerful and easier to level. Each discovered altar of Lilith improves one of the following stats: +2 to strength, +2 to intelligence, +2 to willpower, +2 to dexterity, or +8 to maximum life. For example, a good thing to keep in mind is during the beta, you will have access to the Fractured Peaks region. And in this region alone, there are 28 altars of Lilith. So finding all of these during the beta and recording where they are will make your first playthrough on live much smoother. Now, the next thing is world tiers. These work very much the same way as they do in the previous versions of Diablo, but again, with some changes. World tiers in Diablo 4 are basically your difficulty setting. This will work to make your gameplay stay engaging and challenging as well as rewarding as your power of your character increases. The difficulty can always be set when entering the game, but if you're already in a game, you can change the difficulty by interacting with the world tier statue in major towns like Kioshavad. You will be required to meet some prerequisites though to unlock World Tiers 3 and above, by completing a specific dungeon and stuff like that to access the more challenging content. So let's have a look at the World Tiers that will be available at launch. World Tier 1 and 2 will be available from level 1. World Tier 1 or Adventurer is aimed at players new to RPGs and the Diablo franchise. World Tier 2 is the Veteran. This is supposed to be for veterans of the game genre, people who want a challenge. And in return, enemies will grant better loot, increased overall experience, and gold gain. Now, let's be honest here. There doesn't seem to be much of a difference here between the difficulties, not so much as you will even notice, so it's recommended to just start on World Tier 2 for the extra 20% experience buff while you're leveling. World Tier 3, or Nightmare, is where you will go after you have finished the main story. This will grant access to the champion monsters, sacred items, Nightmare sigils, which of course can be used to enter Nightmare dungeons. Nightmare is where you will really start to feel the difficulty increase because this is where you start receiving penalties. The one you receive here is in the form of non-physical resistance being reduced by 20%. And next, World Tier 4, Hell. This is where things really start to get difficult, and you won't want to do this till you have moderately good gear. Before you can enter this tier though, you will need to complete the Fallen Temple dungeon, found in Nightmare World Tier 3. This tier further improves the sacred item drop chance and increases experience gain, but at the cost of a big penalty, 30% non-physical resistance reduction. This will also be the minimum difficulty where you can start to find Nightmare sigils. So if you're going to be farming those, you will need to at least be able to handle this tier. And finally, World Tier 5, Torment. This will be the most difficult world tier available to us at launch, and this one won't be for the unprepared. Before entering here, you will need to complete the Archives of Azalea dungeon in World Tier 4. Torment was specifically designed for level 100 players and contains a crazy difficult boss at the end. But if you manage to defeat this boss, you will get a new title, the End of the Endgame. Torment difficulty will unlock ancestral and new and exclusive unique items. But now the penalty is extreme. The non-physical resistance reduction is at 40%. So you will want to take things a little slower and think before attacking here. And the final thing I would like to briefly mention before I finish this is the shrines in Diablo 4. What they've done with these is quite interesting. These of course did exist in Diablo 2 and Diablo 3, but what they have done is made some of the shrines in the dungeons cursed. So what you will need to do is cleanse them, much like the chests and a few of the shrines in Diablo 3. But it's the same idea. Kill waves of monsters, then after succeeding you get a chest containing a bunch of loot as a reward and you can activate the shrine. But regular shrines can be found just about anywhere, just like in any other Diablo entry, scattered all throughout the content and sanctuary. The shrines that we will have available to us in Diablo 4 are the Artillery Shrine. This shrine will increase your attack speed and all attacks will summon holy arrows. The Blast Wave Shrine. This makes you periodically explode, damaging enemies around you. The Channeling Shrine. Your skills cost no resources and have reduced cooldowns. The Conduit Shrine. You can shock and surge through enemies. The Greed Shrine. Enemies drop gold when hit and automatically pick up gold from farther away. The Lethal Shrine. All of your skills deal more damage and critical strike. And of course the Protection Shrine. You are invulnerable and unstoppable. So they have a few new names, but it's basically the same shrines that we're used to overall. Well guys, that just about covers all of the important systems so far. I do hope this has helped answer a few of your questions around them. And if you have any other comments, questions, or anything really, feel free to leave it in the comments. And as always guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.